Hey y'all, Kentucky Farmer here, and we are back for the 17th episode in my Goldcrest Valley FS17 Let's Play series. In the last episode, we planted oilseed radish on our 3 fields. We purchased field 19 over across the street there, and we placed this vehicle workshop here. So since then, I've actually off camera went ahead and did again every mission possible. So even if we check fertilization, see even all the fertilization missions I've done. So I don't really have a ton of stuff to do. My biggest goal now is to be able to buy field 11, and if we check this, we still have quite a ways to go with Dennis before we get the best price on the field. The other fields I was thinking about buying was field 10, so I could plant trees over here. And we actually have a full status with Gary at this point. And this field is planted, and I think it's like soybeans or something like that. Let's check. Barley, okay. So it's planted with barley, just planted. It'll need to be fertilized one more time, I think. Yeah. No, it looks fully fertilized even. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to go ahead and buy it. If it's fully fertilized, I might as well buy the field. My thought was if I could get Gary to pay me to fertilize it before I buy it, I might as well. But this thing looks like it's pretty much ready to go at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and buy this field. And then we're just going to let that grow, and we'll harvest it when it's ready. And then after we harvest this, I'm going to plant grass and then plant trees. And so I wanted to plant trees on this field because it's right next to the lumber yard, right? But then I got to looking at it, and field 17 and 18, they're tiny fields, and they've got like corners cut off of them, so the hired workers have a little bit of a harder time with that. And so I wasn't too sure what I would do with them. Plus, you got to drive the equipment through town to get over to them. And then I realized that they're on this rail line, right? So they're right here on the rail line. So in theory, I could also buy 17 and 18 and plant trees on them. And when the trees are come time to harvest, all I have to do, like, we'll go over here to 17. Take a look. See, the rail lines are right there off in the distance. So all I have to do then is cut down the trees, haul them over, and I can drive the train over here, and I can just put the trees right on this train, and then drive it around over here to the sawmill and unload it. So, and then field 18 is kind of the same thing, right? So the train tracks are right here. So, you know, if I plant trees here, it would be really easy to just harvest them and put them right on the train and take them off and sell them. So I think I'm going to buy these 2 fields also if they're ready to be bought. Now this one's a bit of a this one might be a bit of an issue, right? Because that's is that potatoes? Yeah, that's potatoes. So, and let's see, what is my... Okay, well, I don't have a full bar with Maria yet. So I'll buy this field after she has me harvest it. Because I don't want to get into buying a potato harvester just quite yet. And then let's check field 17. This one may actually, I think one person owns these 2 fields, so I think I may have a high enough reputation with this person I can buy this. Yeah. So I could buy this one. It's corn. I don't have a corn header, but at this point I'm not opposed to spending, I mean, I've got $534,000, so I'm not opposed to spending the 50-something thousand to buy a corn header for my combine. So I'll go ahead and buy this field too. Let me Just double check that it is fully fertilized. Yeah, alright. Okay. So now I got that one. Alright. I'm also a little tempted to buy this field. Field 24. Since it is right next to my farm. And I already now have to get a corn header to do field 17. So I could buy this field as well. I don't want to get too carried away spending money here. But yeah, I think I'll buy this one. Alright. So I guess the next thing I could do at this point would be to buy a little bit more equipment. So I know I want to get into doing sheep, and I've got a loading wagon over here, but I don't have, and I've got a windrower, but I don't have a tedder, and I don't have any mowers. So a tedder and mowers, and eventually a baler are kind of the next things on my list. So I'm gonna head on over to the store, and then we'll take a look at some of that equipment and see what we can get. Alright, so the first thing I was going to do is come in here and check what is the horsepower rating on my current tractor. I think it's 270, but I could be wrong. Because I have the, yeah, 270 horsepower. Okay. So now I'm going to go and let's check out mowers. Alright, and I wanted to go with these Pottinger Nova Cats because you can put them both on the front, and whereas with the Lely or Leli, I don't know how you pronounce that. One goes on the front and one goes on the back, and it's, you know, this one's 8.4, and here you get 9 meters. So it's not actually that much bigger, right? So this one's 160 and this says 70. So my tractor has enough horsepower to do that. So let's go ahead and buy these. And then let's look at tedders. Well, actually first, let me go back. What was the width of that mower? I need to write that down. I think it was 8 meters. 8.4 meters, okay. So we want a tedder that's at least 8.4 meters then if you're going to pull it behind the mowers. So this little one's 6. Wow. And then we jump up to 12.5, 13. This one's 8.3. I mean, you can go wider, right? Because if a tedder hits uncut grass, it's not really going to do a whole lot to it. And if it teds already dried grass, then it doesn't do anything to that either. So, I'm kind of tempted to go with this one because it's 3-point mounted. I imagine this one's just like the one that was an FS15. Obviously, I haven't used these before. Now, the other thing that's going to be interesting is the tractor has enough horsepower to run the mowers with 40 horsepower to spare. And this says it wants 80. So technically, running both the mowers and this tedder would be too much for that tractor, which I knew. And I was going to get a bigger tractor anyways. But in theory, we may still be able to run it, right? It just may not go very fast. So I don't know. It's kind of odd that they have like tiny, large. I mean, this mod kind of fills in. I mean, this would be medium, but it's a mod, so it's a little odd that they don't have something stock, or that they went through the effort of putting both of these into the game when they're both quite similar. So I don't know. All right, let's just do this 3-point mounted one. My hope is that it will do a better job turning than one that's trailed, although it's so much wider than the mowers that it shouldn't matter too much. So we'll buy this one. All right. Yeah, I'm kind of curious how this works, because, I mean, normally with a 3-point, like, it would lift it off the ground, but it's got trailing wheels, so it acts like a trailer, but we'll find out. Alright, so well, hopefully the weight isn't going to be an issue either. I didn't think about that. This might be a lot of weight to hang off the front of the tractor. Oh man. Oh, my back tires actually slip. Oh wow. Yeah, that's not good. Well, let's see if this helps any. Oh no. Yeah, I think I need a bigger tractor. Well, that helps a little bit. It is still super squatty in the front. And of course that might get better like once I put it down, right? So let's bring up the help menu here because I don't know how to run these things. Well, first let's unfold the tedder and see what it looks like. Okay. So I mean, really, with that pivot point, and with how far that is from the tractor, that's not a whole... Oh, and I don't have very good traction. Oh. That's not a whole lot different than the other one that we were looking at that's set up as to connect as a trailer instead of the 3-point. Alright, how do we unfold the mowers? Okay, so with them lowered, they do take weight off of the tractor. It seems to handle a little bit better, but it's still... it still seems like it's a bit much for the tractor. I don't know if there's any grass around here. Let's see if we can find something. They did a pretty good job on this map not giving us any free hay fields. If you want to mow hay, you basically gotta take one of your fields and plant grass in it. Alright. I'm going to leave the front mower down, but fold everything else, and that might keep enough weight off of, or keep some weight off the front end. Too many trees over here to mow. I'll mow this a little bit here, but it's not much. Whoa. There we go. Let's test it out on this little patch here. Alright, well everything's spinning. It's a good start. Alright, well that answers that question. Yes, you can mow with this mower. Alright, so X, A, Y, X, A, Y. A. Alright, now let's see if I can find a home for this over by the sheep pen. I never used to worry about the stop signs. I like trying to be realistic, but honestly I don't care about the stop signs. But man, the traffic in this game is ridiculous. Like, if you pull out in front of one of these cars and it slams into you, it's like getting hit by a Mack truck. It's unbelievable. So now I'm paranoid every time I go through an intersection. I'm going to get T-boned by one of these cars. Alright, so we do have this little road that goes around the pen. That's kind of nice. Man, you don't want to go off that cliff. Holy cow. Got a little bit of a spot over here where I might be able to sneak in a shed, but then, you know, trying to use a front loader with these feed pens here, if I've got a shed there, might kind of be a pain. I could try and put a shed there, or what I'm thinking, whoops, I almost wonder if I chop down these two trees, that looks like a pretty good spot to drop a shed. So I think I might just park over here for now. And let's see what sort of placeables we've got, because I want to, you know, I want to leave equipment over here. And so I'm actually going to try and do two things, because the sheep just need grass. So I want to put one of those placeable hay lofts over here, and this may actually be a great spot for it right here. If I chop down that tree, I can put a placeable hay loft here, because then I can, you know, fill it while I'm working out here in this field, and then just kind of like have a little Brantner trailer. I don't know what sort of trailer I would need, but just have something where I can come get, you know, even the bucket on the front loader might work with hay, I don't know. Just fill up the trough that way from the little hay loft. I don't necessarily want to mess with bales if I don't have to. And then over here I could put an equipment shed. So, alright, let's see what we've got for placeables, just to get an idea of how big of an area I have to clear. I keep doing that. I guess in 15, were these the buttons that you would use to scroll? I don't remember. I keep hitting that button trying to scroll over to placeables. Small storage shelter. Yeah. Well, it's a little rough. Yeah, it fits, but that's big, and it's not gonna let me place it here. And I'm thinking it's because it's too close to the sheep object, right? Like, yeah, that stinks. Yeah. Alright, well, what about over here? And that might work, but I think I kind of need this little bit of a space here for doing field work. I don't know. I mean, that might fit. Let's check that hayloft. Okay, so the hayloft can go over here. That's interesting. I guess it knows that there's a tree there. So maybe I do need to try and cut those trees down first before... Yeah. Because there's no other reason... Other than that tree, there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to place that there. I mean, if you can put it here, right? Yeah, if it fits there, it'll fit here. Alright, so I'm going to cut down this tree and these two trees over here and see if I can get that shed in. And let's see. How do I want to do this? I think I'm going to do the... basically the lazy home handyman way. Guy in his truck. I'm just gonna go chop them into little chunks, throw them in the back of my truck, and take them over to the sawmill and sell them. For 3 little trees, I mean, they're not even full grown, so for 3 little pine trees, it's hardly worth getting the log forks for the front loader and trying to like load them onto the train or something. Seems really odd to me the way the angles work in this game, how like you can't look at the tree while you're cutting it. Alright, let's see if these are small enough I can pick them up. Alright. I like how when I drop them in, it actually makes the truck bounce. Oh. Those tires are looking a little squatty. It's just half a tree, truck. Come on, you're fine. Wow. I don't think that's going to stay in there. Problem solved. Alright. One piece left. Alright, we'll have to come back for this tree. Now, of course, here's the other thing I'm not too sure about. Can I remove these? No. Uh-oh. So they're not clippable. I walk right through them. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I can plow them out. If I come over here with a plow and I hit this, I wonder if it'll take those out. And then, of course, I'm going to need a stump grinder, I guess, to get those out. Alright, well, this is basically a full load. Let's take this over to the sawmill. Looks like I need a boat, not a pickup truck. So go the other direction. Oh man, I don't think that stuff's gonna stay in there. It's not looking good. Alright, one more to go. I guess I gotta do that one down there too. Cut it over here. What the heck? Oh, come on. Whoa. Hercules. How does that work? I'm standing in the truck. How can I push the truck forward? These physics are broken. Good enough. Whoa. Really? It's just a little bit too long. No, maybe it'll stay in there. Oh, that one's definitely gonna be too long. No. What is going on here? Nice. Alright, so I know I still need to go get a stump grinder and grind these two stumps out, and I gotta see if there's a way to remove these things. I don't know if plowing will do it or not, but let's just for giggles, let's see if dropping those two trees made it so that I can actually put this in here now. Well, that stinks. So without that tree there, this might fit here. I don't know. Kind of a rock in the way too. But if it's here, so the hill's not an issue. Alright, so let's look at forestry equipment. $5,000 for the basic stump grinder. What is this? A tree saw. It's kind of interesting. Alright, well, I'm just gonna go with this. And then, of course, the only plow I have is that gigantic Lemken. I almost wonder if it'd be worth just getting a little plow for this. I'm sure they're cheap. Oh, 13,000. Okay, not that cheap. Yeah, because this is the one I have. It seems really excessive to try and use that to take out 2 little trees. Oh, I have a mod. 12,000. Yeah, why not? I make $12,000 doing like 2 fertilizing missions. Okay. So now I gotta drop this stuff off this tractor and then head back over. Mowers, I'm just gonna try and sneak them right in here. Nice. Alright. And let's put the tedder back over here. You know, the other thing I want to try, I have a couple of mod placeables too. Old field shed. Wonder if this one's a little less picky. Yeah, alright, so that's still not happening over there. So apparently it doesn't care about the hill, but will just be hanging in the air. That's awesome. Alright, not so much. Let's try. How big is this? Interesting. Whoa. Well, hey, this may... Oh, it is that little tree. Oh, maybe not. I'm not too sure what it's getting hung up on. I mean, that's not horrible, but it's gonna be really hard to try and like back and implement into it or something. Let's see, the only other one... Small vehicle shelter. Yeah, it went green there for a second. No, that's too far. I don't really know. Well, I'm guessing it probably actually goes this way. You want the taller end facing you. Build it over here. Okay. Oh. All right. Let's head over to the vehicle shop. Continue what I was doing. Alright. BX. That was easy. Alright. Okay. I know. You don't turn with a plow on the ground. Oh, that's not good. Alright, well, I didn't take the trees out. I got the grass out. I'm gonna go get the cultivator. I'll cultivate it, and maybe that will take the trees out. If it doesn't, then I have a dirt parking lot. Whoa. This is a whole lot of cultivator for a little patch. This might be a little difficult. Alright, well, that still didn't take the trees out. So, yeah, short of like rebuilding the whole map in Giants Editor, I don't know what you're supposed to do to get rid of this stuff. Just can't cut it. Yep. Well, let's see if we can put a building with the stumps gone. Nope. Those things. All that work and all I get is a dirt parking lot. Alright, I guess I'll take the cultivator back. Alright, looks like we're still waiting on the next growth stage for all these fields. So, I don't really have a whole lot else to do. I'll probably keep monkeying around trying to figure out how to get a shed over there. If anyone has any suggestions, please leave a comment below. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up. That helps a lot. If you have any questions or comments, like how I can place a shed over by the sheep, please leave them below. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I'm Kentucky Farmer. Thanks for watching.